What's up, YouTube? Derek here again with another MLB The Show 21 video, and we are going to start a new series today, but you're going to get a little two-for action. As you can see from the thumbnail, as you can see from the title, I'm starting a series called Swing and a Miss. And what Swing and a Miss is I like to hop on to the community forums or watch people on Twitch or watch people on YouTube, and they do a lot of talking about MLB The Show throughout the years. They do a lot of complaining about MLB The Show throughout the years. And then there's some just misperceptions and things that people throw out there. And I kind of want to talk about those as I see them online. So we're going to call it Swing and a Miss, because it could be situations where I think that person could be wrong, or that person could be struggling with a mode or things like that. So that's what we're going to do. And to start with Swing and a Miss, unfortunately I can't pull his video because he doesn't save his VODs, but I was watching Magunsky earlier today on Twitch. Magunsky, a great player, MLB The Show, since the history of the game. I think he started out, I think he mentioned in his stream that he started out ranked seasons 32-0, 33-0, not sure where he finished today, but one of the top players in the world in the game. But he hopped into the create a stadium mode and had some issues creating a stadium, and was in there for about 5 minutes and then immediately jumped out and started playing another ranked seasons game. And this has nothing to do with Magunsky, but I know that Stadium Creator has been a big thing, so I kind of wanted to walk everybody through that because I spent some serious time creating a stadium, and I didn't think I was going to, but I want to hop in there and kind of show you guys step by step, but I won't make this video too long for you guys. I ended up spending about 2 hours, 2.5 hours on opening night. I knew that was going to happen again. I ended up spending about 2 hours. Here, we'll hop out of this. I ended up spending about 2 hours, 2.5 hours on opening night doing Stadium Creator, and that was a little bit longer than I was expecting to be in the mode. I thought I was going to do it for like 20-30 minutes, and then I completely got super involved in it. So I just want to show you guys where it's at and all that stuff. So you're in the main menu of the mode. You don't go into anything. This is the main screen. As you can see, they have it there as a feature, but if you don't happen to catch us here, because this is like the second like bullet in, it's at the top right. You see it says create there at the top right. You go in there and you have your Stadium Creator. And part of this Stadium Creator is 30 preset builds, as you can see. I think that includes the tutorial park, which the coach walks you through how to create a stadium. But you have 30 slots here that you can make into save slots. So you can create up to 30 different stadiums, however you may choose. And this one is mine, Husky Park. It's an ode to my old high school. We were the Huskies. I played high school ball. So my uniforms, if anybody has ever watched, is purple, black, and green, and basically that's an ode to both my high school team and my college team. In high school we were gray, maroon, and green, but green being the dominant color, and then in high school we were purple being the dominant color, and I like any uniforms with black. So those are my three combinations. Black, green, purple is an ode to both my high school team and my college team, Husky Park. We were the Huskies in high school, so that's where we get that. But I'm just gonna hop in to Husky Park real quick just to show you guys what I did with the stadium, and then we'll go from there, and I'll show you guys the cool things that you can do. But we're in easy mode here. I just wanted to kind of take a look, or have you guys take a look at what you can do with the stadium. So all this you see in the background, the bridge, this building here, all is editable. You can edit all of those. These buildings in the background you cannot, so I picked a city landscape. So like this building over here you cannot change because that was part of the build, but everything else in front of those buildings, everything else you see me selecting, including this light fixture. Here's another light fixture for the stadium. That building was imported into the game, and obviously I have a pier back here, which was also put into the game. So you can build outside of the stadium as well. So speaking of outside the stadium, if we go further out, we're gonna go under the bridge. You see I have a baseball field here, so you can definitely go far, but once you get to this wall, you can no longer build past that wall. Everything else here, these buildings you see, are a part of the game. Yeah, the bridge goes into nothing. It doesn't matter because you don't see that in the game. And then just for like shits and giggles, I put parking garages behind home plate. This is where we're at now. So you have all this space to build. You can also change whether this is grass and all that stuff. But this is kind of the build for my stadium. As you can see here, I kind of have a little, like, what I call a VIP area here, so you can watch the game. And even cool is you can put things on top of things, or, you know, so I have this structure here, which is a kids baseball park here, or a little wiffle ball park for kids. But on top of that, I also have the New York Apple, big Mets fan, and the home run apple. And this stadium takes place in Brooklyn, so this is an ode to the New York Mets. But you can place things on top of things, which is super cool in the game as well. So when we talk about that, even from placing vendors, you can place vendors in your concourse. You see I did that there. And you can also place things almost inside of things. So this is almost inside of my wall, but underneath it's a place for people to eat and watch the game. And then I did the same thing over on the other side. You have a place where people can eat and watch the game. And I put a trophy on top, or a statue on top. I like to think that that's Jackie Robinson with the slide, so it's the ode to Jackie Robinson. But all the little things you see here, even from the flags, are all put in there separately. The batter's eye, the scoreboard, the flags you see up here, this tower, all of this stuff has been put in by me. But anyways, that's what a finished stadium looks like. I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. Now I will show you how you start from scratch, essentially. We'll go back here, and we'll just hop into modern field here. We're not going to save anything, but I just wanted to kind of show you the quick do's and don'ts of creating a stadium. More specifically, a don't, which I've seen a lot of people doing. So what you can do here is you press the touchpad, and you can switch out between easy mode and pro mode. So I just put in pro mode down on the left hand side of your screen. You can see it just below my camera. But it gives you a ton of options here. So the first thing you can do is you can name your stadium place, your location, your altitude, the year it was built, and then you have the different templates of fields as well that you can change, and your seating color. I don't want to save changes. So here is the part that I was talking about. Let's go into this mode, and then I just want to change the angle a little bit. You can change your nearby and distant scenery. So in the background there, as you can see, I changed it to red rocks. Let's see if I can actually, I should be able to go past the wall so you can see. Oh, it flipped me back towards the stadium, so that was cool. Let me see if I can flip it around one more time. Okay, there we go. So you can change your distant scenery, red rocks, small city, soft grass, tropical, urban, canyon, coastal, so on and so forth there. And you can also change the ground you sit on. So you can go from cement to concrete, dirt, canyon, frosted grass, or snow. I don't know why they didn't just call it snow, because I would assume that that would be snow. So on and so forth with all the different things there as well. So those are the basics in terms of changing your scenery and changing what your stadium sits on. So if we go back into the stadium, this is the biggest don't do in the game. And I'm going to switch it to pro mode. We are in pro mode. So the game, hold on, I'm going to back up a little bit more. so you can see the stadium. But the game has 150 wall presets. If you want to play online, you have to pick those wall presets, and they are right there on the bottom, as you can see. When you go in there, you can cycle through all the wall presets, or you can hit square, and it'll bring up the entire list of your wall presets. And it will change the outfield wall depending on what you want. So let's say we do this one with the green monster in right field, right? That is our preset that we want. Oh, let me back up because I didn't want to do it right away. Okay, so we go back to a preset. Let's say, there we go. We were using this preset, right? So this is what we want to use. I'm gonna hop out of this mode real quick. All right, so the one thing you cannot do, the only rule in the game in terms of this creating this stadium, if you want to use it online, if you see in the top right hand corner, you have the amount of fans that's a sellout crowd, 47,000, and you see we're at 53%. So you can add items or as many things as you want to the stadium up until, and outside of the stadium, up until you hit the 100% max on that. And you can add a ton of stuff. Once you hit 100% max, you can no longer add anything into your stadium. But the biggest rule is you cannot touch the wall. Once you set up the presets, we'll go to the wall here, just for instance, right? I'm gonna click on the wall. The moment I touch it, whether I move it up and down, whether I move the height of it up and down, or I move it back or forward, you see the icon with the bat in the red circle. Immediately, you cannot use this stadium online. It is no longer eligible. And even if you move the wall back to where it was originally, you still cannot use this online. So when that happens, you basically have to back out. You have to go back to your wall presets and set your wall preset again. So we'll go back in, we'll set a wall preset. We've got the preset set. That is in there. I'm going to get off of the wall. Again, if I go into Pro mode and I touch this wall and I move it, so for instance here, I'm going to move the wall height with L2 or R2. The moment I do that, the red bat comes up, the red icon with the bat comes up, and you cannot use it online. So that is something you most certainly cannot do, and just be aware of that. The only other huge thing I saw that a lot of people are having trouble with is moving stands up and down. So a lot of the times I'm going to delete this set of stands, right? But I want to add one. So I'm going to hit square for add. Probably if you're on the Xbox controller, which I have, it's probably going to be X if you're an Xbox guy. Then we're going to hit, or it's going to be B if you're an Xbox guy. Man, I don't know what the what the buttons are to delete it. So then I press square or X to add an item, and I'm going to find our stands, okay? And now I'm gonna go through, you can see it there, here it is. I'm gonna go through the stands that I want. So this one's a good example, right? So this is what it looks like. We're gonna select classic field, and now I'm gonna wanna slot this in. This isn't gonna fit per se. Oh, they are gonna let me sneak it in. So I wanna put this here, okay? So I'm going to situate it, and I dropped it in. Only problem is, do you see how high this wall is? This is something that took me forever to figure out. If you click on this again, and you hit triangle, triangle will swap it from, it will turn height control off and on. So if it's off, you'll be able to move this back and forward or left and right. If you hit triangle, or Y, it puts it into height control, and now you can raise it, so you can literally put one just up here, just a floating stand if you want, or you can drop it down so that it's field level. And boom, there's your stands. So let's say if I wanted to add a light structure, we'll use this one as an example. That's a good one, right? We take the light structure. It's currently sitting on the ground. We can keep it on the ground, and we can move it around using L2, R2, and face it however we want, right? Triangle makes it go forward and backwards, left and right, but if you hit triangle again, it gives you height control, and now you can raise it, and now I can literally place it on top right here and lock it in. So those are some of the things I saw with Stadium Creator. Everybody just play around with the creator. You'll figure it out. It takes some work. It's a little tedious, but those were some of the things I saw. Height control was an issue. Obviously, if you touch the wall, it's no longer eligible online. That was huge. Certain things like that, just be aware of. Stadium Creator is really cool. As you saw, I put together a nice little build. I kept my stadium small with like 18,000 fans, but that's also because I wanted to add a ton of stuff within the stadium and outside the stadium so I could max out 100% capacity on my save file. But that's Stadium Creator. If you have any questions, also, if you like the new series, Swing and a Miss here, if you have anything where you see people complaining about the game or misperceptions about the game, I would love to address those, and we'll continue this series throughout the year. I see it a ton, like I said, whether it's Reddit, friends send me stuff all the time, and then I see a lot of stuff obviously in the show forums on theshow.com. But anyways, if you like what you see in the video, you like what you see on the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, strive for the best version of your day.